Hi everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I'm here to do a pick a card, and this is going to be a goddess message for everyone that is guided or drawn to this reading, and we're going to see what goddess is helping you and with what, or what goddess energy you are embodying and why, however you want to look at it. Or if you want to ask questions and see how these answer your questions, you can do that now. Or if you have different subjects in your life and you want to see what goddess is helping you with different subjects, you can do it that way. I'm going to try to be, or I'm going to be adding more content to my YouTube channel moving forward and doing more pick a cards and just more readings in general. If you have any ideas or you want anything specific for a pick a card subject wise, you can comment that below and I will try to get to that upcoming. And if you have any ideas or subjects for readings you'd like to see, you can place that below as well. I think I'm going to be doing, the next pick a card I'm going to be doing is for moving. So if you are looking to move, to see the energy around the move or any messages that we may have around the move. So that'll probably be my next pick a card. But I was drawn to do this goddess energy right now. So that being said, let's focus on the messages. If you pick, the things to choose from is the lips. This is a little lip gloss container. So this is lips, feminine energy. And we have the hula girl, more feminine energy. And we have the angel, female angel with a number 3. So you can choose 1, 2, or 3, or all 3 with different subjects to see how you're being helped. Focusing on the lips, there will be an undercurrent message where I may read a little bit from the book for each one of these and give my intuitive spiel on the message. Number 3. Oh, there it is. And then the undercurrent right here. So the undercurrent message for everyone is Bridget, partnership. And we have 9. 9s are singular, which is interesting because we have partnership. 9 is the hermit card in tarot. So this could be a partnership where you are in hermit mode, meaning you've gone inward, you're taking time for yourself. You may be reflective or, kind of, hermit can also represent researching. So maybe you're learning more about yourself, who you are as an individual. I'm getting that from this goddess. Just I don't know that this is going to be her message in the book, but this is what I'm getting from just the words and the numbers on the bottom. It's like she's tending to her own fire. This seems very, even though it says partnership, it feels internal. It feels like in a partnership with myself, like I'm burning my own, tending to my own fire. I'm tending to my own needs. I'm learning more about who I am as an individual. And sometimes we can learn more about ourselves through partnership, what is mirrored to us from our interactions with others. And oftentimes that can seem challenging, right? But it's also a world of wealth of information being given to you in these challenges, showing you who you are, showing you your strengths and your weaknesses, and showing you exactly what you're made of, right? And your strength that you have within. So there's a wealth and a world of information, I feel, that can come to us from partnerships, while we're in them. And then when we step back and take time to reflect is always very healthy as well. And is just as big as a part of that partnership as being engaged and involved in it. The time that we can take to step back and kind of give each other space, and use that time, for the things we need to tend to in our lives, as well as reflect on ourselves, what we have learned in regards to the interaction with that person, what we are learning through the love that we have directed towards that person. Does it really truly direct the inner love that we feel for ourselves, or are we just looking to them to fill a void within us? Are we looking for them as a savior? There's so much coming up from this message as an undercurrent for those that are guided to this reading. I am going to take a peek at the book, but this may all be done. I may read all these just intuitively that way. So it's tending to the fires. Also, to me, hermit reflects lately it has given me the energy of Santa, because the hermit often looks like a Santa Claus type figure in the tarot, and he also is in hermit mode all except for Christmas Eve, and this is Christmas Eve right now, Christmas in July, energetically, so to speak. And I just did a Santa Christmas in July reading, and I posted it yesterday. So you may want to catch that. There may be messages in that for you as well. However, I get that energy from him because he is in, when we think about it, he is in hermit mode all year. He only comes out one time for Christmas, and he's pretty much, for the most part, not seeing the rest of the year, right? So it's kind of, a lot of the hermit energy can be associated to his characteristics, his ways of being, and how he operates in the world. And he doesn't feel the need to be seen on a daily basis, and he goes by the sense of, or the energy of belief. You have to believe, or you need to believe, or it's good to believe in him and his magic, even though you can't see him most of the year. And you have faith and belief that he's going to show up for you on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, or however you do it. So that is a lot of this energy in here. And so we can liken that also to partnerships. Even sometimes when we're in separation, or we're not able to see each other, or we're not seeing each other, or we've stepped back to reflect and to learn and to grow about ourselves, tend to our own fires and grow as individuals, we still can have that connection. We can, have that sense of magic and wonder in them. There's a sense of space and freedom here as well, and expansion coming up. Also, another point about the hermit is maturity. The hermit gives me that sense of maturing, and because in this whole process that I just spoke of, there is a sense of growth and maturing. So these are all coming up as messages from this card. But I am going to take a peek at Bridget herself. 9, I'm also getting September. So if we're looking for timing, which timing is hard, but if you were looking for timing, September could be important. It says, Bridget is one of the classic triple goddesses of the Celts and may appear as a maiden, mother, or crown. She is a seer into the other world of the Avalon and the fairy realm. She is a protector of children and animals, and is the inspirational muse of healing, poetry, and smithcraft. The oak tree is sacred to her, and she is often associated with fire. The woven 4-pointed cross is her symbol, representing onset into spiritual equinox from winter, into spring equinox from winter solstice. So there's another timing, winter to spring. Bridget communes with you now and offers you the beautiful gift of loyal partnership or friendship with another, and all the blessings of mutually relating to each other. The keywords is bridegroom, marriage, partnership, de facto relationship, sincerity, friendship, loyalty, mutual devotion, cherished communion between two, bonding, commitment, intimacy, genuine trust, poetry, music, singing, and the arts, and spring. So there you have it. So there was a lot of messages. That was the booklet message. The shadow, and I am going to read it because the first one kind of popped out in regards to the partnership energy that I was getting from the card. A shadow is fear of commitment. So in relationship, that can be an issue. Fear of intimacy, being guarded, codependency, insincere, power struggles, unable to relate, meaningless relationship, fearful to openly trust, divorce, and separation. And that was the energy I was getting, the separation feeling, but not in a negative way, is in a way that we are, again, able to grow from that, or grow from the challenges. And it's not even, sometimes we don't do that even when we're having, it doesn't always have to stem from a challenge or a struggle. I feel it's important to give that, to have that freedom and, distance sometimes for no challenging. It doesn't have to be from a challenging reason. It can be just a need to be, this can be your nature, your true nature may be in the hermit's aspect. You may need that time and space. It may be like something that your soul requires, and finding somebody that understands that about you without making an issue out of it, without making it a challenge or a problem, is also coming up from here as well. So very beautiful message from the undercurrent. So let's move on. If you picked the lips, what is your goddess message? Who is your goddess, and what are they helping you with here? And it is the Journey to the Goddess Realm Oracle deck card from the beginning of the deck, which is not good. So we didn't take that out. I'm going to pull another one, but it speaks to me of a message in and of itself, because nothing is a mistake, right? I don't use this deck a lot, so I had never pulled that out of the deck. I just want to kind of see if anything in the beginning pops out. Okay, this part is popping out to me, and I'm going to read it, but I'm also going to pull this group another card, okay? So it says the goddesses are here. This is the introduction page, which would be the introduction card going with it. So the goddesses are here to assist in activating your higher conscious awareness. Since your individual goddess resides in your spirit, it is necessary to regenerate your spirit back into your body to discover your own inner goddess. And that is a bit of what we were talking about here, tending to your own needs, tending to learning who you are as an individual, right? So it's like tending to yourself, and it's kind of repeating it here as well, kind of going along with it in that way. To regenerate your spirit back into your body to discover your own inner goddess. When we learn to call forth our eternal spirit back into our earthly bodies, we experience the ancient arts of actualization and connection to universal truth. This is the goal of spirituality. One cannot experience spirituality without uniting the body, mind, and spirit. If your spirit is not present, your higher goddess self is not present. The goddesses invite you to discover your higher truths. They will guide you in strengthening your intuition and personal empowerment to follow your highest authentic path. Due to individual reincarnation patterns and themes, everyone's journey in life is unique and multidimensional. So it's very spiritual in nature, this message, and I feel like it's just something that, a bit of wisdom that wanted to come through for this group. Really learning to connect your spirit back into your body. There's a body, mind, spirit energy that's working with you now, and again it feels really connected to the intuitive message I was getting from the partnership number 9. And 9s are ends of cycles too. So I feel like to maybe complete a cycle within a partnership, there is a need to kind of at this juncture take that time to integrate those 3 parts of self, right, in its totality. But I'm gonna kind of pull another message, but that felt like an important maybe reason why this is occurring, because remember, this was the undercurrent meant for everyone. And so yeah, let me just shuffle and pull another card for number 1, lips. And owl is connected to Athena. So for this group, Athena may be important. Goddess Athena, owl spirit and owl totem energy may be with this group as well. So a lot of wisdom may be coming to you too. So this one also is endings and beginnings. Kali, oh gosh, this is pretty. It's like the tower, even though it's the moon. This is a tower energy with the moon. So I feel like again, I feel like I want to read this intuitively just first. So bear with me. This may be a little bit longer of a video. Endings, beginnings. So it's in a right sequence. Sometimes we'll see cards that say beginnings and then endings, but this is an all right sequence. Again, 9 is an end of a cycle. So we are in that energy, which we hear that a lot in readings, and it can become like, wow, endings, beginnings, we hear that. I mean, that's constantly happening. The day ends and begins, right? We're constantly in cycles of endings and beginnings. This card, I want to read it intuitively. The energy of 18, the moon, breaks down to a 9. So it is definitely going back to this card and this message first and foremost. But it's also, moon can be fears. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be fears. It can also be our psychic abilities. It can be the unknown. It's the psyche. It's the feminine energy. It's the subconscious for me. There's a lot that the moon represents in and of itself. So I feel like a lot of perhaps... subconscious energy being shaken and released and coming up from the things coming from the I feel a lot of shadow energy, let's put it that way. I feel a lot of subconscious things that we go through our day, and we're dealing with our day and in the aspect of that unconscious shadow. And it's funny too, because now the cape is even inside her cape. It's like, it just felt like that to me. Is being shaken so it can be seen, shaken from the unconscious and brought into the conscious light of our awareness, right? So that's a big part of what's happening with the group for the pick the lips or whatever question or whatever is going on with you right now. there is an awakening, so to speak, to our fears, to why we behave like we do, to patterns in our lives that we can look back on and say, this pattern keeps repeating itself. Why is that? What is occurring for me? What is it showing me? What am I, to learn from this? Why am I reacting or overreacting or not reacting or hiding from because of this unconscious thing that's within my, psyche, so to speak. So it's being shaken up to put an end to it, so you can begin again afresh. You can see Callie's got her foot on this person. So this person can represent a part of you that is no longer serving you because it was operating out of those old paradigms, out of those old patterns of fear. So she is here to help you shake that loose, to face that and to conquer it and put an end to it once and for all, right? So this is not a negative. It can seem a lot scary. It can seem a lot shocking to ourselves when we see ourselves in that way, when a shadow side of us is presented to us that is less than in integrity, is less than stellar. But I mean, we are all made of that. This is within all of us. So it's not to judge it. It's not to make it wrong. It's not to shame it or to shame you more, because then it will gain more control over you. It will just grow bigger and bigger. And this is to really look at it, to accept it is the word they're saying, and to sort of kind of integrate it into your new beginning in a healthier way, out in awareness, because you can see it at that point. It's not to completely accuse. This is like a large part of the ego itself as well. We can't put a total end to our ego, but we can certainly look at it in a different way and integrate it in a different way. So this is really going back to this in a lot of ways, energetically, but I'm going to read it. So it's a tower aspect where it's shaking down old paradigms within ourselves, in our subconscious, and helping us move forward in a more healthy way at this time. And no matter what your question, so if your question was about, say a relationship or, a friendship or a family member, it can be, this is happening within the dynamics of that because we have partnership here. And that's why this is occurring. So you can move forward, put an end to that part of your way of relating to each other, and to start afresh in a healthier way. But I'm going to read it. Hindu goddess Kali, whose name is Sanskrit for time, is ever caring and a fierce server. She has dark blue skin and disheveled black hair. She violently annihilates dark forces when destiny demands it. So dark forces, there again is that shadow aspect, right? She wears a skirt of human arms and a necklace of human skulls, symbolic of the endings she devours. Her bloodied sword represents destruction of false knowledge, which is fear. And fear is in that shadow aspect of the moon, right? So fear is false evidence appearing real, and it can rule our lives. It can make our decisions, and not really healthy ones, when we're making decisions in a reactive way or in a sleep way, an unconscious way out of fear. We can create all kind of havoc in our own lives without really realizing it, right? Out of those fears. We can do things because we're fear, for instance, of being accepted for our true selves, and that can create things that are not good for us as well. So it's just an example. Her bloodied sword represents destruction of false knowledge, and the severed head represents destruction of ignorance. So there's that, there's wisdom coming in. Because of the destruction of ignorance, there's an opening for wisdom to come in. When we're not focused on the things that we don't know, or we don't have all the knowledge about, we're looking at them in a distorted way, without that light, without that clarity. She destroys the ego so the spirit can emerge. And again, I don't believe we can completely, and we're not to completely destroy the ego, but we can integrate it. We can make friends with it. We can look at it in a different and more healthy, enlightened way. She destroys the ego so the spirit can emerge. Kali has abruptly appeared to show you that the time has come. Something has ended, whether you wish it to or not. Kali is not punishing you, but giving you the opportunity to close necessary doors and allow fresh pathways to open. Endings, beginnings, as one door closes, another opens. Destiny, fate, karmic timing, death of conditioned ego, rebirth of eternal spirit. So it can be that something completely ends and leaves your life and opens to something new, or it can transform something that's there into a healthier form. So if you were looking at this as a relationship, don't gasp and say, oh my gosh, I'm losing that relationship. It can be that both partners, because I feel like it would be both people, are kind of given the energy to release these more unhealthier aspects and to start afresh. So again, I'm not predicting, an ending of a relationship, but it can be a transforming. The shadow side is denial of an ending, denial of beginnings, resistance, holding on to something that is spiritually dead and no longer serves you. So that is the message that's coming from this card. So if you picked also I'm getting Scorpio, even though this is not 13, it's giving me a Scorpio vibe. And Scorpio would fall in between, it would be out into, I think it's November. And Scorpio is in November, like the end of October, Halloween. I'm getting, there is why it's taking me there. I think Scorpio is Halloween. Getting a Halloween vibe with this one. Okay. I'm feeling like this is going to be a period between, okay, I'm not going to go because timing's hard. So, okay, let's do the, those that picked the hula girl, what goddess is helping them with what. And it is Rihanna. And it says the mystery, 26. So 2 is the high priestess, 6 is the lovers, and it makes 8 the strength card. The mystery. So there is a bit of silence energy with the high priestess and the lovers. Silent choices, decisions. Lovers is all about choices and decisions too. So I'm just going to read this one. I'm not feeling too much of an intuitive message coming from this one. I see the 3 crows too. I think she's represented by the crow. 26. The Celtic goddess of the moon and inspiration. She owns a magical white horse and 3 singing blackbirds. She was wrongfully accused and humiliated by false claims that she had eaten her baby son. Her quiet patience, there's the quiet, the silence. Her quiet patience for justice paid off when her son was discovered many years later. The reunion of 2 had many blessings, including her son's ascension to the throne. She is the queen of serene acceptance and patience. She masterfully knows what she can and cannot control in universal law. She teaches you to allow and hand your problems over to the universe, as the universe law of justice has supreme methods of dealing with everything in its divine way. She wants you to let the mystery of the unknown fold accordingly. So there is a bit of unknown here. There's a bit of silence and quiet, as well as a need to, I feel like, I'm not one for, sometimes that can promote like not healthy communication skills, like to remain silent. There's a bit of need because it says her quiet patience for justice paid off. And with that energy, I'm getting, even though this added to 8, I'm getting a bit of Libra with this, justice. The word justice brings up the time frame of Libra with this group. And remaining silent, patient. There is an energy, a mystery though, about allowing the universe to deal with things. So a need to hands off, not needing to take matters into your own hands with this group, allowing the mystery to unfold. They're not really giving a lot away in the way of what's going to be accomplished here, but a need to kind of relax and accept into a bit of the unknown in regards, but I do feel a justic balance coming up for this group. The journey, allow, the keywords are journey, allow, the unknown mystery, secrets yet to be revealed. There it is. Secrets yet to be revealed, timing, surrendering, healthy detachment, serenity, acceptance, the mysteries of life. The shadow here is wanting to control, wanting to be right, resisting, lacking a sense of mystery, focusing on outcome instead of being present in the journey, impatience, trying to convert or change others, non-acceptance. So this group is, there's a need to be more patient, which I know we don't like to hear that. The ego does not, definitely, because there's a sense of timing involved in this, divine timing, whatever your question is, or this goddess is helping you remain it's like not showing all your cards, not having that difficult conversation, not because it wouldn't be the healthy thing to do, but because it's not necessary. That's kind of the message. It's not necessary because it's like less is more, and whatever is happening for you right now, less is more. And to just be okay with not knowing exactly what's happening with the situation, because it will unfold. A truth will be revealed to this group in whatever way is necessary for you to progress. I do feel it's going to be in the time of Libra, which I think is end of September, October, if I'm not wrong. So there's going to be a secret revealed, or the information, again, going back to the little blurb in the last one, the information, the owl, is going to come in that time frame. But there is a quietude here, a patience, a waiting out quietly, not needing to, like, less is more, and being okay in the unknown is important for this group right now. So letting things unfold, not needing to take control or try to control the outcome of where you're headed, or and even with the partner, the high priestess and the 6 decisions. Being quiet with a decision means really maybe not making a decision, or not telling somebody the decision you've made, or maybe they're not telling you the decision they've made, but it will come to you. A decision will be made, and I believe it's going to be out into Libra time frame. But not knowing the outcome, not knowing the verdict, so to speak, when you look at it in judicial terms, of that, keeping it to yourself, or somebody keeping it from you, or you both keeping it from each other, but it's coming in that time frame. And it's like, I'm hearing like the universe's verdict's in. The universe's verdict's in with this one. And I feel like it'll be in Libra time frame, whatever that means for people. The universe's verdict is in. So just waiting. And I feel it'll be in your favor too. But you'll know what the universe's verdict is. So maybe there's something that's just not yet decided, or not completely solidified in the path ahead. It's like this group may be questioning what's coming in the future about something, or there's an undecided factor here that's unspoken, but the universal verdict will be in. It's funny how I heard that at that time, Libra time frame. So, and you don't need to even focus on the outcome you want. You can just live your life, go about your business, enjoy, stay in joy and happiness, and be okay at this moment, because I feel like that'll yield you the best results. And you certainly don't need to worry from here to there, because that's just going to bungle up the energy and make you feel sick for no reason. Okay, so this number 3, what goddess is helping and with what, and we have health. I'm not sure how to pronounce that goddess's energy. Feels very like doctor. It feels very, let me just see if I see. 14 is temperance, and temperance is alchemy, and you often see the temperance as an angel with she doesn't have 2 buckets, but it's funny, she has a bucket. It has 2 buckets that are blending, right? Or 2 things that are blending into one, which I guess would be 3. So again, a sense of alchemizing, bringing things together. I'm going to just go back to number 9 here, because there was something. Oh, yeah. This one says, I'm going back to this and reading it, because there's something in it. It says, she's a protector of children and animals, and is the inspirational muse of healing, poetry, and smithcraft. And communion between 2, bonding, and that's kind of what the temperance does. It bonds two things together to make one whole. So the temperance is also about just that tempering, kind of pulling back, not rushing. There's a sense here of not rushing. The only one that felt more immediate was this one. The first one felt more immediate, like there's an immediate change, or a change is in the midst for number 1, like now. Even though I felt Scorpio time frame, this is happening for group number 1. This is actually happening energetically as we speak. You may see the final transformative part of it out into Scorpio. This one is a need to kind of wait, and it'll be out in Libra. And this one is, again, a sense of holding back. This is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is late November, early December. It's because I'm going by the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius. So these are the, and I get red and green. I'm also getting Christmas with the red and green vibe. I'm getting that Saint Nick energy here. So I'm getting that, every message I gave about that Saint Nick feeling from the partnership. These may all pertain to partnership, you know. There may be a partnership aspect in every one of these, regardless of what you asked. So maybe there's a partnership you've not yet come across that may be part of this too. Maybe there's something that you haven't completely, has not met you yet on your path. So maybe there's a partnership that you're not yet aware of for this hula hoop girl here, too. And which may then lead to a whole other decision, or the need to make a decision. So there's it's like there's a sense of silence, quiet, and acceptance with the center group. I'm going backward because they seem all tied in somehow. But it may be a progression. As I'm reading it, this may be happening right now energetically. Then there's this period where we journey forward, not knowing all the answers, and I need to be in that, quieter faith is the word, because you're just not taking any action. You're not speaking it. You're not making decisions. You're not really doing anything. You're kind of waiting for that universal verdict to come in, only because there's things yet on your path you haven't yet met up with, because I'm getting that feeling here too from this card. And then things kind of come together out, and we even have Pentacles, 4 Pentacles on each corner of this card, which is like the 4 Pentacles, but it also would represent a solidity to me, a solid foundation, because I'm reading all these very intuitively, and to me now it just seems like one big message of progression for everyone. So hopefully everyone has watched this whole thing, and I'll put a note in the title or the description that, you know, it may benefit you to watch this entire reading if you have the time. I know it's getting to be a longer reading, but there is a solid foundation here at this group, and it is built on the red and green energy of the Saint Nicholas and the aspect of equal reciprocity, the Saint Nicholas energy. And it's like I see that pot in the fireplace here. So the pot that was out here in nature, and, you know, you were tending it to your own, you know, stoking your own fire, so to speak, is now within this solid 4 vibration of the solidity of the foundation, and it's in the center of the hearth and home, right? So it's nourishing everyone. It's not just for this one person. So it's now become a part of that solid structure. Just bear with me. So let me just see. But the Temperance is about creating something new out of 2, alchemizing energy. I get a sense of healing. I get a sense more of a structured foundation as well. But let me just see. And we have a Sagittarius time frame, which is pretty far out there. It's end of November, beginning of December. So I would say Sag to the very end of the year, because I'm getting a Christmas vibe too. So with the Pentacles, I get also a Sag and a Capricorn time frame. It says, this goddess is of good health and cleanliness. The daughter of Asclepius, she was schooled in the esoteric arts of Pythagoras, numerology, and sacred geometry, and as a holistic remedy healer. She has knowledge of the body's incredible healing powers, both inwardly as above and outwardly as so below. She understands the importance of working with the laws of nature. She is accompanied by a large snake that drinks from a Pateria bowl. The pentagram encased in a circle is often representative of her practices. This symbol stands for the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. The 5th point, one pointing up, represents the spirit. The circle represents infinite protection. She reminds you to practice a balanced, healthy lifestyle, sort of like the Temperance energy. But again, it's talking about bringing everything into one space. Again, everything's coming together in a more solidified way. So again, it's giving me that feel of a whole progression here. The keywords are balanced lifestyle, exercise, naturopathy, herbology, energy healing, acupuncture, hypnosis, reflexology, massage, natural remedies, holistic well-being, balanced diet, healthy body, mind, spirit, organic produce. The shadow is unbalanced lifestyle, neglecting one's mental or physical health, processed foods, dependent on too many pharmaceuticals, poor nutrition, GMO foods, lack of exercise, stress. So I feel like this more definitely in the upright position without the shadow aspect, because again, I feel like we've kind of worked through everything with that patience and faith in the unknown as we journey forward to this space. This feels like a very solidified new foundation. That's what they're saying. This foundation is crumbling, energetically. I'm not saying your house is going to fall down or your body's going to fall apart, but it's creating a new body for this energy to be carried for this partnership. So again, I do feel a lot of that are guided to this is looking at it in the aspect of relationship, or even, maybe even it's something to do with partnering with work, or, your interaction with anything that you may partner up with in life needs to be torn down, restructured, and, built anew for it to be a healthier space, for it to be carrying that energy. And there's going to be a little gap in time moving forward where we're not going to have the answers. We don't know. There's like a next step. There's something missing between the breakdown and the rebuild, okay? There's something missing between the breakdown and the rebuild. And it can simply be our own, that we need that time to, again, learn more about ourselves, take care of our own thing, stoke our own passions, whatever it is. But there's just something brewing in between that and this. So I love how this reading has come out. If anyone has any questions or comments, you can place them below. If you have any suggestions for pick-a-cards coming up in the future, let me know. Or if you have any requests for reading energies or subjects, put that in the comments below. I want to thank everyone for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It helps my channel grow. I am making a concentrated effort from now moving forward to grow my YouTube channel, which is very difficult at this time because of the changes that YouTube has made, I guess, to the algorithms. I don't know anything about this stuff, but I am just trying to start to build it, more interaction, and to be able to get the messages to more people that it needs to get to. So I want to thank everyone for helping me be able to do that. Angel blessings to everyone and oceans of love.